today I want to talk about business cards. Before I get going, I know the people I'm chatting with here might know who I am, but I know a lot of people are going to watch this after, and a lot of people don't know who I am. Most people don't know who I am. So I am Leah Severson. I have run a successful photography business in the Indianapolis area for officially 20 years, unofficially 22. So I've been doing it for a long time, and I have my entire marketing system automated. So I don't spend much time marketing my business anymore because I've got systems set up in place so that it happens automatically. I do not pay for any type of marketing. I don't pay for ads. Facebook and Instagram, I market there a little bit, but they are like the ugly stepchildren of my marketing plan. It's like, if I have some extra food, then I will give you a plate of food, but you're the stepchild and you're not important. Now, I don't mean that about stepchildren, so don't send me hate mail, but what I'm saying is that, I've got things that are my main bread and butter for my marketing, and then my social media, I don't spend much time at all on social media. If you go to my Facebook business page, you'll see that I don't spend much time there because I don't find that I really reap the rewards of that. So, and I refuse to pay for advertising because there's so many ways to advertise for free that if anybody's paying for advertising, please show up here again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and let me help you, because you do not need to be paying for advertising if you know how to do it the right way. So anyway, I'm going to dive right into today's lesson about business cards. So what is the mistake? There's actually two mistakes, and I'll get to the second mistake in a little bit. But the number one mistake that photographers make with their business cards is not putting an offer on the back. Because, if you pick up a business card somewhere and then you're like, you keep it, you might maybe look at it, but if it's got an offer on the back of it, then it gives them a reason. It makes that business card sticky. It gives them a reason to hold on to it, to save it for later. Because let's say that your business card is set out somewhere where there's 3 other photographers, and the other 2 photographers just have pretty pictures, and then the link to their website and their Instagram. It's all important, website, Instagram, and all that stuff, that kind of thing, with their phone number, but there's no offer on it. And yours, all other things being equal, pricing is in the same range, quality of work in the same range, but no offer on these 2 cards, and on the back of this card, there's an offer for something. Fill in the blank. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if your card has an offer, they might pick up all 3 cards, but which one at the end of the day is going to be the one they go with? Again, all things being equal, pricing, quality, etc. So you want to put an offer on the back of your business cards, and that offer can vary. But I'll show you a couple of my business cards. So this is a senior. It's an older card that I had, but it's a senior portrait card, and on the back it just says, "Submit this card for complimentary 11 by 14 linen gallery portrait from your senior portrait session." This is a baby card, same thing, submit it for 11 by 14. So let's talk a little bit about the offer that you put on the back of your card. A lot of people like to discount things like, oh, let's have 10% off or 5% off. 5% is not going to move anyone, but 10% off or 20% off. I'll never do that, and I'll tell you why. So if I order, when I say 11 by 14 linen gallery portrait, that has a high perceived value. It sounds really fancy. All this is an 11 by 14 portrait from White House. It's not mounted to anything. And then I order they have the different textures that you can put on your picture. I order the linen texture on it. It sounds really fancy. It cost me like $6. But let's say your session, so let's go back a little bit. Let's say your session, say your newborn session is $795. If you give someone a 10% discount on the back of your card, then what does that cost you? It costs you $79.50. I think I did that math right. So 10% of $795 is basically $79. Wow, that's a high cost of acquisition to get a new client, right? But if instead you can give them something that has a high perceived value, which is, 11 by 14 or, even like a 16 by 20 from White House. And that 16 by 20 is like, oh, it's a wall portrait. It has a high perceived value. value with your potential clients. But I just looked up the pricing for that this morning. It's $18. So instead of giving 10% off, give them an 11 by 14 or a 16 by 20, and you're still going to be saving a lot of money. You're going to be offering them something that has a high perceived value that's going to get them to hold on to your cards. Another thing that you can do, if you're not sure what offer you want to put on the back of your business card, you can make a QR code and put the QR code on the back. This is my next round of cards is going to have a QR code on the back, and that's going to go to a page on my website. It's going to be a welcome page, like, thank you for checking us out. Here's your free gift. And that way I can change the offer if I'm super busy, like busier than I want to be, and I don't want to give, let's say I don't want to give a 16 by 20. I want to give an 11 by 14, or, I want to change my offer. It gives me so much flexibility. I put a QR code up, and then it drives them to my website, because they're going to want to go there to find out what the free gift is. And once they're there, they're going to take a look around. They're going to look at my gallery. They're going to look at my pricing. And just the QR code to a page on my website allows me to have some flexibility with the offer that I put on the back of this card.
I'll get right back to my video in a second, but first I wanted to tell you about the number one way I get new clients. It's Google, and it's totally free. When your business listing appears in the Google 3-pack and at the top of the search engine results page, like mine does here, it's pure gold. It's like having your marketing done for you on autopilot, and it doesn't cost a thing. As you can see, I've gotten my own business to the top of Google, and I can teach you how to do the same for your business. If you want to finally get off the social media merry-go-round and automate your marketing with the power of Google, visit my website for more information. Now, back to today's lesson.
So now I want to talk about the second mistake that a lot of photographers are making with their business cards, and that's just setting them on the counter in their studio. If your clients are already in your studio, then you don't need to market to them anymore. So I'm not saying you shouldn't put them on the counter, but if that's all you're doing, you might as well not even print any. Like, you should be handing out your business cards like candy. And I can get into in another Facebook Live. I can get into like working with other businesses to cross promote with each other. But your business cards should be everywhere. Let me talk a little bit about pricing. I get the cheap business cards, and I get them from gotprint.com. They're so cheap. Like, you can get 500 double-sided business cards for $21 plus shipping. So you want your business card to look nice, but you don't want to spend so much on your business card that you are afraid to hand them out. Like, I want this to be like passing out pennies. Like, it doesn't cost me anything. So I order a lot of them at the same time, and you just want to find a place to print them that's reasonably priced, so that you don't feel like you're parting with money when you hand these out, because you want to hand these out like candy. So that is the second mistake that people make with their business cards, is just putting them on the counter at their own studio and not using them, outside of the studio as a very active marketing tool for your business.